Welcome to CHF Informations. Saladin is the Western name for Salah al-Din Yusuf, son of Ayyub, the Muslim Sultan of Egypt and Syria, who famously defeated a massive Crusader army in the Battle of Hattin and took Jerusalem in 1187. He ruled a unified Muslim region stretching from Egypt to Arabia at the height of his power. Saladin was admired by Muslims and many later generations of Westerners for his political and military abilities, as well as his generosity and chivalry. Saladin was born in the central Iraqi city of Tikrit in 1137 or 1138 as Yusuf, son of Ayyub. His father, Ayyub, and uncle, Shirkuh, were both elite military leaders under Ahmad al-Din Zangi, a powerful ruler who ruled northern Syria at the time. After growing up in Damascus and rising through the military ranks, the young Saladin joined an army led by his uncle Shirkuh, who was on a military expedition to Egypt with Zangi's son and heir, Nur al-Din. After Shirkuh's death in 1169, Saladin was appointed to command Nur al-Din's forces in Egypt. He was also appointed vizier of Egypt's crumbling Fatimid Caliphate at the time. Saladin became governor of Egypt after the death of the last Fatimid Caliph in 1171, and set about reducing Shia Islam's power and influence while re-establishing a Sunni regime. He strengthened Egypt as a Sunni power base in the Near East while ruling in the name of Nur al-Din. When Nur al-Din died in 1174, Saladin launched an invasion of the lands he had ruled. He also aimed to establish his regime as a major military player capable of challenging the four Western-controlled Crusader states that had emerged following the First Crusade in 1098–99. Saladin returned to Syria as Sultan of Egypt, capturing Damascus, Aleppo, and Mosul from other Muslim rulers. Saladin's forces also conquered Yemen, allowing him to consolidate control of the entire Red Sea region. In addition to his military achievements, he pursued diplomatic efforts to achieve his objectives. He married Nur ad-Din's widow, Ismet, who was also the daughter of the late Damascus ruler Anna, giving him legitimacy by tying him to two ruling dynasties. Finally, he won widespread Muslim support by announcing himself as the leader of a jihad, or holy war, dedicated to defending Islam against Christianity. Saladin's goal was to unite the Muslim territories of Syria, northern Mesopotamia, Palestine, and Egypt under his control, which he accomplished by 1186 through a combination of diplomacy and military force. He was known for his love of poetry and gardens, but he also gained a reputation as a generous and noble leader, which was aided by the official biographers he hired to document his achievements. After nearly a decade of fighting smaller battles against the Franks, as Western European Crusaders were known, Saladin prepared to launch a full-scale attack in 1187, gathering troops from across his realm south of Damascus and an impressive Egyptian fleet at Alexandria. On July 4, 1187, his army met the Franks in a massive battle at Hattin, near Tiberias, modern-day Israel, and soundly defeated them. Following the victory at Hattin, Saladin's army won a series of quick victories across the Kingdom of Jerusalem, culminating on October 2, 1187, when the city of Jerusalem surrendered to Saladin's army after 88 years under Christian control. Saladin had planned to slaughter all Christians in Jerusalem in retaliation for the slaughter of Muslims in 1099, but he agreed to let them buy their freedom instead. Saladin's forces had seized control of a number of other important cities from the Crusaders by that time, including Acre, Tiberias, Caesarea, Nazareth, and Jaffa. Despite this, he was unable to capture Tyre, the coastal fortress to which most of the surviving Crusaders fled following their defeats. Following Saladin's conquest of Jerusalem, Pope Gregory III called for a new crusade to retake the city. The Third Crusade was launched in 1189 at Tyre by three powerful kings: Frederick I, Barbarossa, the German king and Holy Roman Emperor, King Philip II of France, and Richard I, the Lionheart, of England. The Crusaders besieged Acre, eventually capturing it along with a large portion of Saladin's navy in 1191. Despite the military prowess of the Crusader forces, Saladin withstood their assault and retained control of the majority of his empire. In late 1192, he struck a truce with Richard the Lionheart, effectively ending the Third Crusade. Saladin died just a few months later, in March 1193, in his beloved Damascus gardens. He was exhausted from a life of near constant military campaigns, despite his young age, 55 or 56. By the time he died, he had given away most of his personal wealth to his subjects, leaving only enough to cover his own burial. Saladin's coalition of Muslim states disintegrated after his death, but his descendants in the Ayyubid dynasty ruled Egypt and Syria for several generations. That's all we have for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.